skies over Jerusalem, and why did it stop one of the most treasured sites in Christianity?
There's a new video this morning that sounds like making proof for not alone universe. UFO in the form of a bright light is descending over the dome of the rock of Jerusalem.
All right. Welcome to GUFON, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano, and it is July 2nd, 2024. Post-Canada Day. See what I did? I tried. Welcome, everybody. Hope you're having a good run of the week. We are in the middle of the week right now. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's okay. We got 4th of July coming on Thursday. So we're enjoying this week as it will be a shortened one for the 9-to-5ers. But ufology never stops. We're going to be here every night, even on New Year's Eve. And 4th of July. Yeah, 4th of July, sure. So tonight, holy crap, it's 111 Phoenix. I just saw the weather. Tonight, we gotta keep on these people. We have to stay on top of those who do wrong. Rose Cuckhold, also known as Rose Cuckhold, is doing it again and again and again, saying this and saying that. I know people who know people, he says. I know places and things where UFOs hide. It'll make your head spin, he says. I know people who know people. Who know aliens, who know people who know aliens. Did I say that I know aliens? Nah, I'm just kidding. But all those other things I said, they're real. And they're effing real. He's Australian. Not very well liked by his own people. Rose Cuckhold doing it again, making claims that no man can prove. Big house on top of UFO. News at 11. It's 11. Where's the UFO? I can't tell you. Well, who told you about it? Can't tell you. Well, that's it for tonight. Thanks, Rose, for coming on over. My pleasure. Have a great night. Piss off. That's all you get. Instead, you're getting a bunch of snowflakes who are believing Rose Cuckhold knows people who knows people. I know people who know people. Before he knew people who knew people. And I trust my people more than his people. People. Is it? Yeah, but I just wanted to do a little reminder about Rose. That's all. A little bit. We'll also talk about the new ufology. What did I just say? It's ufology. The new thing. What is the new catchphrase? The new thing, the hot button, the hot topic is they walk amongst us. We wouldn't even know. We were saying this in the 80s, I remember, because everybody was talking about it. And I'm like, we would know. We would know if a big-headed alien, no, they look just like us. No, they don't. Yes, they do. They do? Yes. Oh. Has anybody ever seen one? No. Well, yeah. Anybody have any video evidence? No. But there are the men in black that walked into that hotel where that girl worked or whatever, right? No. It was a stunt for a TV show. No men in black. No big-headed aliens. It's pure, what do they call it? Doppler fodder? What's that Star Wars term you guys use? Fodder Doppler? I don't know. And we got a bunch of UFO and paranormal news from around the world today on GUFON. So let's do a little roll call and get this shindig show started. I was going to say something else, didn't work out. Philip Swain, what are you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the show. Marcel Gufonian Metalhead. What's up, Chief? Ms. DJ. Oh, you say it twice, it's twice as nice. Welcome to the show. Who's this guy? Sky Allen. Welcome to the show. There he is. Derek Faulkner. There he is. What do you say, LK? Good to see you. Hey. Well, that was weird. It jumped. Okay. Kelly Lewis. I knew this. There you is. The EW. Moody Mungo. Oh, that's right. No. Dickie Dice Clay. Yeah, that's what my sister used to call me. Dickie Dice. Richie Dice Clay has a little more maturity to it. I like it. I'm Richie Dice Clay. You want ufology? You got it a gush all over Pluto and Uranus. See how I worked it back? I worked it back. Oh, we don't talk about that stuff in ufology, isn't it? Ufology, a gush all over the F in ufology. Now that's how I should do the show every day. Every night I do it. Ms. Blitzkrieg, how you doing, huh? He is a douche canoe. Andrew Dice Clay. He's not very happy. Now, I know some things about Andrew Dice Clay. I've learned a lot in the last 20 years about Dice. Nice guy, but you wouldn't want to know him. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Nice to your face, stab you in the back if you had to. Survival of the fittest. Yeah, that's how he thinks. He's actually a nice guy. But his comedy got very angry and very, very boring. And it was the same shtick like 15 years later. It's like, can't you come up with anything new? Can't you maybe lose the accent or tone it down? Or bring out a little you, like a mini dice. I always thought he should have a mini dice. Right, tiny dice or whatever you want to call it. That would have been cool. This is my nephew, Little D. Say hi to the people. How you guys? Shut up. You know, and he smacks him. And he goes, hey, don't you hit me like that. I'll hit you anyway. A goosh. And he gets kneed in the shins. I don't know. But they could have had an act. He could have brought out a little puppet. Anyway, I had thoughts about Dice. The last time I saw Andrew Dice Clay, it was on my 40th birthday. And it was at Celebrity Theater. The stage turned, but for some reason it wasn't turning. And Bill Maher opened up for Andrew Dice Clay. Bill Maher was so effing funny. God, he was great. And we had front row where you could put your feet up on the turning stage and shit. I don't know. I didn't think you could get that close to that stage, but there it was. And Dice, all he talked about was vaginas and you know the shtick. I don't even want to do it. It was so bad. I told my friend, I go, do you want to walk out? I go, a lot of people are walking out because people started walking out. And Dice noticed it. And he made a comment, oh, guy, I was too late for you. What's the matter? I got no, and he made some sexual reference to whatever. And people just weren't buying the Dice routine that night. Apparently, that was his good night. Do you guys know who did the special ed character? Hi, I'm special ed. Well, and he did the funny phone calls with the puppet. Jim Florentine is the comedian. He's friends with Dice. I had a conversation with Florentine, and Florentine said that was one of the best nights Dice ever had. I'm like, dude, that was horrible. We wanted to walk out. He goes, were you high? And I'm like, of course. That's why it should have been funny. So, yeah, they back up. Comedians who are friends back each other up. Like the police. Back the blue. You black the sea. You, what is it? Back the sea till you don't have comedy. That's what it is. Yeah. Back the sea till there's no comedy. I just made it up. I don't know. All right, let's get started. What are we doing now? We doing ufology? Because I have a ghost thing I wanted to show you. Yeah, I think this is cool. I want to show this to you first. Oh, that's right. I forgot. See, I forgot about donations. You could help support the show with a super chat, a super sticker, PayPal, or even Cash App. All those links are in the show description. You know where they are. You could even become a member and get all the fruits of whatever we don't show here. Enjoy. Thank you. All right, here we go. Cool ghosts. This is from the graveyard. Does anybody know where they call the graveyard for ghosts? In oh my god, I'm having a brain freeze. You know where they had the war and all that, the battle of this and that. I can't think. All right, they had a battle, people died, cannons and all that stuff. They were all around, and you guys have probably seen some of these videos before. This one's new, I think. But how do you explain this, okay? Running for their lives while people are trying to kill them created this energy that some reason embedded itself into the earth. And it keeps repeating itself. Why? Why? Nobody knows. This is why I'm very excited about doing the ghost hunt over at the mansion in a few months. It's going to be awesome. So yeah, this here, when I was in Tombstone, and I talked about this before, I don't think it was faked. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. But you never know for tourism and stuff like that. But we heard gunfire, and it didn't sound like it was in this existence. You know what I mean? It sounded weird. I can't explain it. But for those of you who experienced audible shit from the past, we heard horses. Horses. No, not what you... this is what I heard. You know how the horses do that? And some people heard galloping. I didn't hear galloping. I just heard the breathing of the horse go right by us downtown. And some people heard nothing. And there were 8 of us. Isn't that weird? It's just bizarre. Oh. And the rub is none of that was captured on audio, on video, or whatever the frigonometry you call it. Isn't that weird? God, man, we live in such a wild world. I'm telling you. It is. It's bizarre. Scott Blight? What am I seeing? Hold on. I think I saw some... Hey, Scott Brown, how you doing? Don Mofo, what do you say? Oh, by the way, if I didn't say your name, it doesn't mean I don't love you. Hey, start the show. David Wilcox, not Wilcox. Welcome, everybody. All right, I'm looking for the one. Dan Peters, what do you say? Welcome to the show is back in action. Hey, Scott B, with 1111, my favorite number of all time. It's the one I see the most. How you been? Man, I appreciate that. That's support right there. Thank you. And a continuing supporter of GUFON. Appreciate you, man. Hope everything's going well. And that is a super dono. It's a donation with nothing said, no pictures, no emoji. It's pure, bro. Bro. Love you, bro. That kind of shit. I don't like using the L word too much. And for those of you who know me, I hardly use it at all. I think the L word is reserved for special, very special times. You know, when people say, man, that was epic. No, epic is a volcano watching Mount St. Helens go off. Epic, sad to say it for those of us who have been alive, either, the attack on Pearl Harbor or 9/11, that's epic. Not some guy flipping a water bottle over and it landing upright. You know what I mean? boom, epic. It loses its meaning. But that's why I like the dono. The dono says it all without saying anything at all. And that's what bros need. Scott Blight. You'll never be forgotten. I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with new material. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. And I think there was another one. Dawn Dickinson. Here we go. Hey, they're showing up today. Thank you, Dawn. And that is a super dono as well. See? Dawn gets it. Dawn, thank you. And I'm not sure if I remember you, so I'm going to say you're in the family now. Doesn't matter what it takes. You're in it. You're going to win it. You're going to know what you need to know. I don't know what that means. All right. Thank you very much. That's right. I thank everybody. Thanks, Dawn. Dawn Dickinson. Dickin, not Dixon or Dickerson. I almost said it. 2 Ds. Hey. Because 2 Ds are better than one. Giddy up. Thanks, Dawn. Part of the family. Part of the family, right? All right. So the ghost thing, I buy it. I'm into it. I've been there. I even did a family thing when my brother-in-law died just 3 months after he passed away, and went to the house, my sister's house where he died, and didn't get him, but I got what I think, and it freaked me out when I was listening to the audio driving home with the headsets on, and I think it was my 13-year-old niece who had died 20 years prior of leukemia at 13 years old. Dude, I'm telling you, it sounded like her. I just got goosebumps. And I don't remember exactly what was said, but it was more like stuff that I never figured out. I wrote it down. It's in the book. You guys heard it when I did it. Yeah, what was that, about 4 years ago? I got to find that. I got to go back to, I want to take a double take on that. All right, let's move along. That's why I believe in this stuff. I saw shit when I was a kid. I mean, it's a lifetime, And then when you go on these ghost hunts and you see stuff and you hear stuff and you feel stuff, there ain't nothing like it. See, I have a theory though. Tell me, maybe no. I was going to say, maybe it's all created from our own mind. The thought experiment that I did, it worked. So I'm not sure if we're thinking about it, we're actually going to be creating about it. So if you go into a haunted house and you're thinking, I'm going to see ghosts, and you're imagining things in your mind, well, maybe you're creating it. I don't know if that's true. Okay, I'm just saying, what's the explanation for these energies to stay around? And you know what we hear all the time? Unfinished business. They died dramatically. They don't know where they are. Because it doesn't have an age. It's children to the elderly and everything in between, including cats and dogs and horses. Isn't that weird? And you want to know what else is weird? Not only do you hear horses, it's when you don't hear the horses and you just hear the carriage, the clankety clank, the wheels turning, the reins. That blew me away. I mean, that is just, why are we not hearing the horse gallop? We're just hearing the mechanism of the carriage. Yeah. So does that mean innate objects, things that don't have brains that we know of, carry energy and memory of when they were moving? So if I had a car, some people just now said, oh, car, Christine. That's not what I'm going with. But if a car was in an accident, and I'm just going to say, on Avenue X, 10 years later, you go back to that scene and you're just there, whatever, and all of a sudden you see the car. That's what I'm talking about. Some people hear trains go by in the middle of the night as if they went right by their apartment. No train. Why? How? You know, I don't get it. It's got to be something swirling into the earth. It's got to be like mini tornadoes of energy, vortexes. There it is. That's the word. Vortexes of energy underneath. And I think they follow along the ley lines that lay out the earth and its energies. I don't know what you believe in, but I think, and I don't know, I'm weird. I think the earth is alive. I think we're connected to it. I think we're all connected somehow, some way. Yes, I do. But I don't think we can mind read. I think our energies could be connected. Well, if your energies are connected, then that means you could read minds if you learn how. No, it doesn't, because I can't do it. No. Oh, yeah, oh. Nobody can. If you can, you'd be rich. Wealthy. You wouldn't want to be me. These are the thoughts I have. Hurts. Because it means, what does it mean? Does it mean anything? Or is it just random? Because it seems random. Every time I've tried to reach out, I never got the response I wanted. I've had responses, not the ones I wanted. Things that don't make any sense. Growls, snarls, rattling of dishes. Why would I get that as an EVP? Rattling of dishes. Oh, it must mean you drop dishes. I never dropped dishes in my entire life. It's never happened. It's weird. It's a weird world. And I'm actually afraid it's not real. I really am. Scared shit. Petrified, to be honest. If there was an afterlife, and it's really cool, why stay here? Then you have people like me. And I've talked about this before. I don't care how crazy it sounds. I really wanted to die at one point in my life. Didn't, I talk about it here. Like, what's the use? I've seen what I needed to see. I've done what I pretty much am going to do. Nothing major is going to happen except for pain and being broke. So what's the reason? That was 20 years ago. All right, 17 years ago. But here we are today, and I'm saying the same thing, and I'm still here. So don't worry. We all have these thoughts. And if you do, and they're serious, please see somebody. All right? But mine is more of a curiosity. I didn't want to die. I don't want to. I want to know what's on the other freaking side. That's what I want to know. And I think I was given a vision of it in my sleep. I really don't know how else to put it. Okay, dream. Because that's what I said. After it happened, I had recorded myself so I wouldn't forget what I said. And it's very weird. And I thought maybe I died in my sleep to experience what I experienced. And it made sense. It made sense to me when I got to the part where I was going to transition out of Earth, out of this world, into the other world. Because I saw it. It was just foggy. And it was a long nothing. There was nothing. It was like fog and that's it. It was gray. I didn't see anything. But when I turned back around, it all made sense. And I said to myself before I was slammed back into my body, which I really, now I understand what people talk about. Even though this was probably a dream, I remember looking back, seeing my wife at the time and the dog sleeping next to me. The dog slept in between us, Jack Russell. And I remember saying, so matter-of-factly, I know I'm supposed to love my dog and my wife, but I don't. It's like I don't even know them. And then I realized at the moment it was when you detach, you forget everything. All your emotions go. This is why I don't understand why we see apparitions and shit like that. I'm not sure if people are coming back to give messages, but I think that we leave an imprint here. Maybe, I don't know. But in that experience, it changed me forever. It took my fear away of dying. And I, for some reason, felt that there is something beyond because I was thinking about it as if there was something beyond. And I think that some of us get that message in dreams or maybe daydreaming. I don't know, however it happens, meditation. Some people get the message and they dismiss it, like me. I dismissed it. I'm so glad I recorded it. Because when I watch it back, it's pretty freaking amazing. I believe me. It was weird, man. It was weird. And yeah, so as I'm having the thought, I'm starting to lower back in and I go, no. And I was so angry. There's no words for how angry I was. And I was going gently, very gently and as soon as I got to where my body was, boom, it's like, poof, and I woke up. I was like, whoa, freaking A, man. It's all I could think of, like, whoa. That was the coolest dream. And I said that out loud. I woke up my wife. That was pretty wild. Poor woman had to hear these stupid dreams and stories and everything, but she had weird things. You know what's really weird? I never thought about it until a few years ago. And I always forget to tell you guys, but I think I mentioned it. When I was with my wife, I had a lot of experiences, like weird ones. Even she did, which I found out later she didn't want to talk about things that she had seen. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And she's like, yeah, I didn't want to feed into it. I'm like, oh my God. And come to find out it was her mother controlling everything she did. But anyway, I digest. I know it's digress. I forgot what I was saying, me and my freaking ADD mind. What was I saying? It's just a weird experience, and I never had one like it. And here I am, almost 20 years later, still remembering it as if it was yesterday. And I think that some of us get the message if you just ask for it. Hey, I want to know. What is there an afterlife? Like what's going on? Can you ask for it and get an answer? I don't know. We should, if we're connected. And I like to think we are. I feel pretty positive about saying that to you all. I do. I just don't know how. And some people think they have the answer, and we see them and they act like, they're talking to somebody or something, and I just watch and I'm like, why not me? It's like, why can't it be me? What did they do? And then I find out it should be me. Because when I hear all of those people's stories, the Bledsoes and even Anjali and Whitley Strieber, they had these experiences their whole lives. From when they were young. Small. SMO. What movie? What movie? And who said it? Sammy Davis Jr. said it in Cannonball Run. Okay. I apologize. It was... Who was the other guy that was part of the Rat Pack? Dean Martin. It was Dean Martin who said it to him. Because you're small. SMO. All right. Next up on the paranormal, ufological conversation, we'll get to the good stuff. There is no good stuff. I'm just frustrated hearing people make claims, especially Rose Cuckhold, that it's always the same. I heard this, and I heard it from that, and I have an inside person. I know somebody in the legacy program who knows somebody. Come on, man. Somewhere along the line, we're all connected to Kevin Bacon and gush all over knowledge. All right. Are you ready for this? All right, let's oh, by the way, metamaterials is not a new word. I had a conversation with somebody some time ago, and they said, metamaterial, new word, use it. It's been out since 1998, the word metamaterial. Edgar Fouché. Yep. Metamaterials and quasi-crystals out at Area 51 back in 1998. I got this from Jeremy, from, the alien scientist. Pretty interesting. God, he knows so many good things, doesn't he? Jeremy, real good guy. We need more like him. The guy's actually doing experiments and stuff. He's going to find out what is anti-gravity if they haven't already. And let's talk about the new talking point. It's the hot button. Everybody wants in, especially Danny Sheehan. So, yeah, Danny Sheehan, the UFO Legacy Group, admits they walk among us, but they don't want to talk about it. No. So, wait a second. Hold on. So you mean to tell me they tell you, right? This is what children do. This is how you know it's bullshit. Hey, I'm going to tell you something, but promise not to tell. And then they tell you a lie, and then you go tell it as if it was the truth, and then you look stupid. It's kind of like that. It's like the UFO Legacy Group admits they walk among us. We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to look stupid. We're just going to say stupid stuff. You look stupid and talk about it. We're not going to look. We're just going to say stupid shit. The UFO Legacy groups have a lot to lose, so they need to keep this conspiracy alive. Agreed? Thank you. Well, Vicky Verma on X has a little piece of the pie here from Sheehan talking about exactly what I just brought up. The UFO Legacy Group admits they walk among us? Well, Sheehan should know.
And, among the UFO Legacy Group, is the idea of non-human intelligence walking among us taken seriously?
Oh, yes. Yes. It is taken very seriously. They don't want to talk about it. I mean, they're doing everything in their power right now. Of course, they're trying to keep any of it from being credited at all. But what they're doing is they definitely sectioned off the discussion about the UFO vehicles and the technology that's involved. That's all that even the people that want to have controlled disclosure, that's the part that they seem to be inclined to be willing to allow to be made public. That these kind of vehicles are around, here are the kind of characteristics they have. But when you turn to start talking about the actual people piloting the craft and where they come from and what their agenda is, they immediately stop talking. They don't want to talk about that at all.
They're smart. They throw out, what they do is they throw out the fishing line with no hook, no bait. They just throw the line. It's an illusion. Well, look at them. Look at them. They're really working hard out there. Psh, are you kidding? What do you mean? I seen them. They're fishing all day. Throw the cast and the and I see it. Do you? Do you really see that? Or do you think you see it? Come here, take a look at what I got on video. And then you show them. Look, they never catch any fish. Right? Nothing in their buckets. No bait. They don't put anything on a hook. They just roll it in and throw it back out. And I don't know, maybe a piece of gum is on the end of the line to give it some weight to go out there, but it ain't a hook with bait on it. So that's what we have. We have poles in the water, but nothing will ever come out of that water. Ever. And that's what ufology is. It's fake fishing. That's all it is. I like that. Fake fishing. Yeah. That is what it's like. Yeah. I guess it's subjective. I know this ufology game is different for every one of us. Not everybody's going to believe this. And I'm not going to believe everybody either. But what makes the most sense? Because tomorrow we're going to talk about it. We have the mummies. We've got whistleblowers. We've got sightings. Shouldn't that be enough for disclosure? Shouldn't that be? I mean, we didn't freak out when Jaime Maussan proved his Moomy Doomies were real. Real! They're real. Just go with it. Just go with it with me. For those who are going to tune in a minute, they're going to think I'm in love with the mummies. But just go with it. Because that's the world they want us to live in. Love it. So what's next? They show us the Moomy Doomies. Great, they're real. Okay, you got 30, 40 of them. All right, let's fast forward 5 years from now. Because at this pace, it's going to be at least 5 to 10 years before we get all of that information out. And who knows? By then, there may be some legal action that Peru may have found to get Jaime for taking the bodies and who knows? Oh, they got too close. They got too close. So they shut Jaime down. That's going to be the legacy of the Moomy Doomies. Any day now, that whole operation's going to get shut down. I have a feeling. And probably within the next couple of years. And we're going to find out some stuff that we're not going to believe. And I don't know what that is, but that's just what the sources are telling me. Does that mean we're going to find out that there really is alien hybrids? And the more you dig into the bodies, the more alien looking they became? I mean, what are you going to tell me? Next thing you know, you're going to pull out a zombie. It's still alive. 2,000 years. No. 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 Yeah, we're getting there. But don't you think we're ready? I think I am. I don't think the world is, though. Maybe it is. I don't know. Christopher Mellon. I'm sorry, hold on. Christopher Mellon, this New York Times article reveals how rapidly AI is being adapted to use in combat. That's what got to make those dollars. We don't know yet what we'll find as research on UAP proceeds, but we know that in addition to UAP being a challenge for science, better capabilities for detecting and identifying unidentified objects in in the sky and at sea must be a high priority for the DoD. This is why there is an inescapable intersection between UAP and national security. Thankfully, Congress established ARROW. Oh. It happens every time I see that acronym. Well, ever since they established that a few years ago to study the most extreme and mysterious capabilities we are observing and develop new sensor technologies to identify them. What benefits ultimately accrue to science and national security remains to be seen, but it is good to know that AARO and other DoD and IC components are now seeking to identify rather than ignore intrusions of unmanned and unidentified aircraft. What? Huh? What? Wait, what? Let me see if I read that right. They're now seeking to identify rather than ignore intrusions of unmanned and unidentified aircraft. Okay, I see. So now, instead of destroying them and shooting them down, we're going to identify them. He could have just said that. So, we're going to identify them, then ignore intrusions of unmanned and unidentified aircraft. Wait a second. We ignored intrusions of unmanned and unidentified aircraft? That's what he said. We're now seeking to identify them, which I took as, instead of shooting them out of the sky, but no. I even got that wrong. They're now seeking to identify rather than ignore intrusions of unmanned and unidentified aircraft. Okay. Wow. If that's the good news that came out of all of this last 7 years in ufology, big effing deal. You know what I wrote back? I replied. I said, genius, duh. Tell us something we don't know. You're always preaching to the choir, you know? That's right. I don't care who it is. Christopher Mellon needs to know. We're not buying your bull stuff. Sad. No, it is. It's sad. Well, it is UFO Day today. So, for everyone who is into ufology, who has had an experience, who was abducted, or maybe worse, enjoy today. And remember, UFOs are our friends. Until they're not, they're just another unidentified object in the sky. So enjoy it, because there's only a few hours left. Get your cameras out and go to the sky if you can, because they're always there and they're waiting. Happy UFO Day. Happy UFO Day. Happy UFO Day. Yeah, I don't have any music or balloons. Wait, do we have? Oh, we do have some action. No, not that one. This one. Hey, no, not the kids. Thank you. UFO Day, everybody. UFO Day today. UFO Day. Was it today or yesterday? Yesterday? No, it was today. It was today. Today. Thank you. All right. We got a lot of work to do. So, with that being said, let's get back to work. Have you seen the drone video of the, there's a category 5 hurricane already? Earliest in the history of tracking UFOs. What did I just say? I said UFOs. In the history of tracking hurricanes. Woo-wee! Man, you sure you see, you're stupid. I can't speak. I've got the Bidenism. You know what it is? I need to loosen up a little more, Shay. All right, I'm going to loosen up and I'm going to show you this drone video. I think it's a drone, or is it a video or pictures? Pictures. Inside the eye of a category 5 burrow. Burrow. Hard word for me to say. Burrow. 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 Got it. Look at this. It's beautiful, isn't it? Let me get my face out of here. Come on, get me out. Look at that. Oh, it's like poetry and emotions. That's not how it's supposed to be said. Poetry in motion. Poetry in motion? That doesn't make sense. Look at this, huh? 2 pictures. One from the left, one from the right. Right? Left. It's beautiful. It is a real tight wall. Very strong. Look at these winds whipping around down here. It's freaking unreal. Unreal. It is. It's very scary too. This is crazy. Look at the twisting, turning, burning and yearning of the clouds in the sky. It's 700-mile-an-hour winds inside. I'm joking. It's not. It's 800. All right, let's get out of there. You know it's not 800. Actually, it's calm. That's why they're able to fly in there. As a matter of fact, all the air gets sucked out of the world right from there, goes into space. No, it doesn't. I'm kidding. It could, though. It could. And that's how they recycle the clean and dirty air. No, that's not true. No, it is true. Why do we have hurricanes? Does anybody know? It's to moderate the weather, the temperature of the earth. Yeah. You know why the hurricanes are there? Because the waters are warm. And when the waters are too warm, it creates the storm to cool it off. And when they don't cool off, it creates another storm and another until everybody's dead. And then we go back to normal. I don't want to die. Yeah, even the meteorologists are saying this is the year Tampa gets pummeled. Pummeled, they say. We're going to die. I'm going to die this year in a hurricane. And that's okay by me. I want you to see me. You're going to see me with my drone controller, and I'm going to be like smiling up in a tree. Yeah. That's going to be me. And then they'll find my drone 2 miles away. And the last video that you see is camera pointing back at me. It's true. It's going to happen. All right. Let's get back to work. Didn't we already do that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got sick yesterday. Oh, God. Hey, man. Sorry about yesterday's show. Now that I remember, I cut out about, an hour and 5 minutes, 10 minutes or so. Sometimes that, guys, this is what I'm going through. So sometimes, and I can't do shows, but here's what I'm going to tell you. it seems like every 10 to 14, 15 days, 10 to 15 days, it's like something builds up inside of me. It doesn't matter what I eat, how good I eat, how much rest I get. None of it matters because I've tried everything. I get the urge to throw up, and I went to the hospital 9 times last year. They took out the gallbladder. Yes, it helped, but it didn't get rid of the problem. It's like a Band-Aid. It's still got something wrong. It sucks. So just know that if I do get sick like I did yesterday, it's going to knock me out usually for 24 to 48 hours. That's the way it is. All right. Yeah, I didn't eat anything except for what I ate in the morning yesterday. And today I barely ate anything. Probably why I look so drawn tonight. But anyway, best videos of June. Third phase of moon. That's right, kitten caboodles. Get your popcorn, get your beer, and get a tear for a tissue near. These are the UFOs of our lives. Third phase of moon, throwing it down. Best ever. June. Best UFOs ever. June 2024.
Gorgeous to look at. I mean, this is probably one of my favorite ones I've seen in a while. And
we're looking at this very closely. Some kind of plasmic display over a major city, blowing up into a gas form, almost as if it's some kind of cloud formation. Is this some weird weaponized artwork? I don't know. I just don't know what to say.
Hey, I don't remember this.
Really,
Come
really
on.
weird stuff here.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, Blake, indeed. This seems to be like spawning this kind of like grain material throughout the city as it just kind of explodes.
Hold on a second. Hold on. This must be some sort of experiment, right? Right? It's an experiment.
It reminds me of the movie Nope. At the same time, could this be biological, or is this, again, some people are saying this is some sort of Samsung commercial being displayed over Pakistan.
That's it.
I don't know.
That's it. That's what it looks like. The Samsung wallpaper right there. I've got it on my phone. Yeah, those are the generic
we've seen from this. So right now,
I'm not very happy.
Observing and leaving.
All right, next. Nope, that's what it is.
Crashing, but the fact that we're not hearing anything.
Whoa.
I think that's making this ultra fantastic to look at.
The fact that we actually hear the audio and see the craft at the same time, in my opinion, proves that whatever it was.
This is freaking cool. However, what is this, a door cam?
It's in very close proximity to the camera that shot it.
A lot of things on the table, but we're happy to be back right here at Third Phase Moon, sharing the best UFO videos. We're going to be a lot more consistent, and what a great way to start off with this incredible sighting that was just submitted. It's kind of making the rounds. We're looking at this triangular-shaped dark mass in the sky. You can see these really sharp edges. What I like about it is that you can see the clouds just kind of drift in front of it. If this is done on maybe some sort of CGI, this is a complicated. Somebody's doing good work, or if this is a real deal, we're looking at something special. Could this be the real TR-3B?
Absolutely. I mean, that's just what came to my mind seeing this. I thought maybe it was a
more like TR-3D. I don't know. I think this is fake. Look. It looks like there's a square, right? Right around here. Maybe they didn't do a good job editing, and that's just the cutout. I don't know. That's pixels. Yeah, it's pixels. I was joking.
First, but it comes on the side. I almost wonder if this is more pyramidal.
Pyramidal. I don't know if I buy this.
Like it could be like a Vimana type structure, because I think I saw the camera pan a little at one point, and it almost looked pyramidal. So definitely very interesting.
At first glance, I also thought it was a TR-3B, a typical triangle, but no, just like Apollo.
See, when I see this kind of stuff, you know what I say? Fake. Instantly. Without a doubt. Every time. You want to know why? Because the videos never show it disappear and they never show it appear. We only see the video of these types of objects like this. And then the video ends. Well, what happened to the object? Oh, the person got bored. They got bored watching a historical event, a UFO with TR3B. That's why they were there, but they had to go. Sorry, not buying it. Next. That's my thought process when I can't figure it out. Too good to be true? Not for me or you.
They're capturing the phenomenon, and what just happened with the starship? Something just struck vertical up in space right next to the starship as it entered the space and left Earth's atmosphere. Look at this. Totally under control. This isn't some space debris, in my opinion. Vertical, straight, no deviation. This thing is intelligent, in my opinion. Whatever's piloting this thing, there's intelligence behind it.
Yeah, Blake, this one's pretty exciting. We're seeing it. We see the whole aspect of what's happening. We're seeing maybe possibly ice particles drifting the way they should during a SpaceX launch. We recognize this all the time, but this is, like you say, Blake, it's just going straight up. There's no wobble. It's just kind of drifting, and it has aspects of seeing things that we've seen straight here on Earth during commercial airliners. Could this be the same object? What we're seeing, again, is something that
He made a true statement. Yes, he did. We see those same objects here on Earth. I want to show you this. This is the last one we're going to talk about anyway. But I want to show you something about this object. Can I go on top? That's where I like to be. This is interesting. I myself have captured similar craft that look like this. There's one side. See this? It's just a little different. Either it's lighter color or I don't know. It's just different than it looks here. Now, I have recorded and have seen these types of objects every year. They're very common. We might be seeing something here that could be a real unidentified object. Alien? I don't know, but it is moving in a very, matter-of-fact way. Like, it is intelligent, that's for sure. Well, we don't know. It's just the way it looks. I mean, we don't really know, do we? Hey, what are you thinking, alien? I think I'm going to move in a direction that's intelligent. Very good. Yep, I got message from the alien. It is an intelligent object with an alien inside of it. So the object's not intelligent. The alien's intelligent. Whatever you want to say. Okay, I'm saying it that way. There you go. Alien smart, ship not, but it is because of the alien. Go. And I've recorded same smart alien ships. However, I have also seen, and this is going to make some people cry. I have a video where I thought I was seeing something magical, and it looked like a beast. It did. But it was just like this. And it was all red on this side and all white on this side. And it was a bunch of balloons. This side had a string on it. It hung down. And the balloons came unraveled. And they started going down. And this thing would tip up in the air on this side. And then another one would come down. And this would go down. It would tip up again. And another one would drop off. And then it was like a bank or a well. You know, like they were pumping them out. It was weird. But it was balloons. Weird, right? Anyway, back to work. Back to work. I'm telling you, we don't know what we're seeing. In that video, maybe, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how verified the video is. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't put it together. But it's possible it could just be edited into that video too, and we'll never know. Because just about anything can be faked. That's what's so frustrating. Which is why I tell everybody, do it yourself. Get into this, go into it, record yourself, figure it out. You'll see it's not easy. You're going to realize that there's nothing out there that then you're going to start seeing all the mistakes people make. You're going to record stuff and go, wait a minute, I've seen that before. Oh, that's just a bug? Oh my God, now I know what they're doing. They're cutting it so it looks like we're only seeing this portion of the video when we see it all. Oh my God, it's a bug. Stuff like that. Stuff like that. All right. Let's get to work. So Rose Cuckold. Okay, Rich. Hold on, guys. Where is my interview? All right, I'm going to play this whole thing. It's about 5 minutes long. But evidence shows, this is what it says. I'm going to show it here in a second. It's from Michelangelo on X. Posted this too. People are starting to get it. Starting to get it. Starting to get. Evidence shows U.S. is hiding knowledge of alien life. News Nation reflects on the David Grush interview for World UFO Day. Rose Cuckhold says he has multiple sources who are allegedly working in the UFO legacy program, retrieval of non-human technology. You see what he did there? You know what I'm going to do? And I'm not joking. I think I'm going to try it out. I think I am going to start making claims like Rose Cuckold. Put them together on the show, like the thumbnails, and say, because I can say this right now. I can say, I've had a conversation with the whistleblower recently, and you won't believe what he told me. Well, yeah, Jason Sands. I mean, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. I can go back 15 years and bring up somebody else who was a whistleblower. I can make it up. What Rose is doing is really making stuff up. That's what hurts. Because people look up to Rose and they see somewhat of a professional looking source. News Nation. Oh, it's got to be a really good source. Why would Rose Cuckold lie? Jeanette. Holy Toledo, Batman. Jeanette just threw down 10 memberships. You hear him? Bobby McBride was gifted. Wizard Moon 13 was gifted. Moonhawk and Zuzi Kingdom. I'm sorry, Moonhawk and Tacey Hale were gifted. The True Few, Leslie Peterson, were gifted. Kustaka and Stephen L. were gifted, as well as Ms. Blitzkrieg and Brian Yates. Were all gifted by Jeanette, the angel of GUFON. Jeanette, that is really, really nice. Very, very, like beyond generous. You know what I mean? You hear what I'm saying? Grazie. Unbelievable. Really. She is. Yeah, she did. Crazy. That's a lot. That's just crazy. Beautiful. You're beautiful. How do you do it? You're getting everybody in. Everybody's going to know the secrets. All right. Here we go. Let's just see what Rose is saying this time.
All right, millions around the globe and maybe even beyond are celebrating World UFO Day. Okay, July 2nd is the anniversary of the 1947 crash of an unidentified flying object in Roswell, New Mexico, which the Army later said was a scientific balloon. 75 years later, the government still says there's no evidence of non-human life. But that narrative has started to shift since News Nation's bombshell interview with UFO whistleblower David Grush.
When you say crash retrieval, what do you mean?
These are retrieving non-human origin technical vehicles, call it spacecraft if you will, non-human, exotic origin vehicles that have either landed or crashed.
This jaw-dropping News Nation exclusive leading to...
So in essence, non-human origin that landed here or crashed. I mean, to me, that sounds so effing stupid. Why would they crash? Why would they crash? I hate that. That bullshit crashed routine is so old. The only crashed UFOs, if any at all, are from our military trying to fly these things, back engineering with their own who knows what's on how to control them. Yeah, all right, back to the mechanisms of how they fly. They don't know shit. Of course they crashed them.
Congressional hearings and a federal UFO program. A member of the intelligence community and a pioneer in getting to the truth is News Nation special correspondent Ross Coulthart. Sir, I love when you are on the show because each time it kind of gives me chills because part of me wants to know, the other part of me is like, I don't want to know, Ross. As someone who has spent decades investigating UAPs.
Did you see? No, body language. Come on. It's what we do. Watch. Watch as he compliments him. Watch Rose's right eye.
Getting to the truth is News Nation special correspondent Ross Coulthart. Sir, I love when you are...
It's a little bit more closed than usual. I wonder if that's common. When you lie so much, you start to lose your right eye. Maybe it happens when you're young or old. I don't know.
On the show because...
But what's going on down here? Why is there multicolors? Why is he orange and not so orange? Are you seeing this?
Each time it kind of gives me chills.
What happened? Does he have a skin thing that I don't know of? I mean, I'm not going to make fun of that. I would never do that.
He wants to know. The other part of me is like...
Did he go skiing, water skiing, snow skiing? Did he fall asleep half naked?
I don't want to know, Ross. As someone...
What is he doing? What's happened? Does anybody really know? His skin suit is twitching. Yes. He is the alien. Oh my God. Look, it doesn't matter what he says here. Because this part doesn't matter. All this comedian is doing on the left here, the guy with the glasses, is just pumping up Mr. Pump Up himself. I just can't get over how wrong this looks. There's something going on, and I'm not freaking joking. Maybe, and I'm being serious, guys. Can we all just be serious for a quick second? What if they got to him? And this isn't Rose Cuckhold at all. Maybe it's a clone. Does anybody know why he's orange? Does anybody know? Does he? Because I have never seen that skin color difference in my life. He may have been taken, put back together, and now he's a Manchurian alien candidate. He'll say anything, he'll do anything because he really is controlled by them. And let me tell you this. If we are all controlled, why am I me? Why am I me? Why am I so cynical? I don't want to be cynical. I want to have fun again. I want to believe all the nonsense, and I want to believe that Rose Cuckhold is a reptilian hybrid alien, and something is wrong with his skin, and nobody's ever said anything about it, so I'm seeing it for the first time. I'm not real, Tony. Abe Froman, hey man, Sausage King of Chicago, says sunburn from a different solar system. I knew it. Seriously. Oh, yes, Rusty. Okay. That's gotta be it. But where are his goggle burns? Rose Cuckold would never have goggle burns. You know why? I'm not going to ruin this beautiful face. This face is made for the TV. However they sound. All right, I'll continue. This is where the important stuff happens. You ready? Oh, shit.
One who has spent decades investigating UAPs, how has the perception of UFOs changed over the last year, specifically after David Grush's claims went public?
Good morning, Nick. Well, I can tell you there's been a real drift in the public's skepticism about the government's claims on UFOs. A vast majority, nearly 66% of Americans think the US government is concealing information about UFOs, and that's from a very recent poll. And I think there's good reason for that skepticism. I think even senators, senior people in the Defense Department and intelligence community are now saying quite openly that they believe there's a lot more to be revealed by the US Department of Defense, the intelligence community, and indeed by the White House about what the government really knows. And I don't think the public's buying it anymore.
Hey. Isn't that what I've been saying? What I've been saying. I am really surprised he is saying this. Hey, I give credit where credit is due. You say the right things, in my opinion. I'm not the be-all, end-all of know-all. I'm just saying, if it doesn't sound legit, it must be, go. So he just said, the public isn't buying it.
I think the public is basically ready for answers. And frankly, a lot of people are telling me they want this to be an election issue.
They clearly want it to be
Look at that shit-eating grin. Did you see the head bob? Watch this. As soon as he says an election issue, and then he goes, watch his head rest. It bounces nicely.
Want this to be an election issue.
They clearly want.
See that nice bounce right there at the end? He was getting that smile up and ready from both sides because his neck is dislodged. He is an alien. Why do you think when they went close up, they put it over that mark? Why do you think they're covering it up right there? Come on. Oh, there? Yeah, we can't tell. Bring it closer? Nah, we can tell. Can't tell, can tell. Can't tell, can tell. Something wrong going on here. I mean, look at him right there. He must have malfunctioned. Who looks like that?
They clearly want it to be top of mind because you just mentioned that poll showing that 65% of Americans believe intelligent life exists beyond Earth. Why are more people taking the conversation more seriously, Ross? Is it because we're talking about it more, or is it because they have less faith in maybe political leaders always telling them the truth?
I think to be honest with you, I think Americans have every reason to be skeptical about their government. They've been lied to in the past as a pretext for going to war. And I do think that the evidence is increasingly suggesting that the American government is, and incredible as this may sound, it is concealing its knowledge of a non-human intelligence. And as you know, I'm hearing this.
Here he goes. Saying shit that will get him the most people interested in the topic. See, this is why I can't be him. I can't be in the mainstream because I'm too down on the believability of it. I get that. But it's not real. But it's really good for their agenda. Keep people interested, make them believe. Tell them things that you have absolutely no proof of, because that's what he's about to do. He's about to tell us he's got intel. He knows people. Won't name names. He named names, but he won't name names. What TV show? Seinfeld. That's right. He named name. Ready? Here he goes. At Gush. See his face at Gush. At Gush.
Not just from David Grush, but from multiple sources who are allegedly working within what's called the Legacy Program, which is a secret program being operated by the US government involving the retrieval of non-human technology. And I have to say, yes, this
it's all over. There's non-human intelligence over there, and it's over there. It's in the North Pole, the South Pole. Isn't that Antarctica? I don't know. But it's everywhere. It's in Peru. It's in Tippecanoe. It's in... Who knew? The bottom of the ocean, too. It's anywhere you want it to be. Rose Cuckhold said so. How does he know? Because people inside the Legacy Program tells him so. You just committed treason against your friend. Whoever that is, they're all dead. If this was a real cover-up and Rose Cuckhold said somebody within that organization told me so, everybody dies. 9 people, they're all dead. Thanks, Rose. Now we got to get 9 more people to run the UFO Legacy Program. Anybody else you want to name? This is why we don't tell him anything. He's got the biggest mouth, the biggest head. I don't know. Because he has 2 mouths and no ears. No, wait, 2 mouths and 1 ear. Yeah, that's how it goes. Maybe he doesn't have an ear because he's an alien. Aye.
Particular day that we're celebrating, World UFO Day. It honours the memory of a day, July the 2nd, 1947, when the Roswell crash happened. But I think the
allegedly
interesting thing is there's been a lot more crashes since, and those recoveries, those retrievals of craft continue to this day. And it's incredible as that may sound.
They're just falling out of the sky. They fall in, they can't get up. We go in, we pick them up. And that's as plain as day as the nose on my face. And everybody knows the nose on my face is awfully big.
And there are now very authoritative people in the defence and intelligence community saying that the government needs to come straight about this, that essentially it's not being honest with the American public. And I think if you look at the legislation that's been drafted...
Hey, Mr. Government in the USA. Yes? Rose Cuckhold called. And? He said, well, he said, well, what did he say? He said you must disclose UFOs to the world and aliens exist. I'm sorry, sir. Little boy, tell Rose Cuckhold the truth. What? Tell him they do exist. See what happens. Go, tell him. And don't tell him, no, wait, I got a better idea. Tell him it's real and tell him I said so. Hey, Rose. It's Ross. Okay. You're allowed to say what? And then that's how Rose Cuckhold was born.
By the Congress, demanding that the various arms of government disclose what they know about non-human intelligence.
You gotta say human with an extra hue in it. Human, non-human. Oh my God, that's important. See, if he would have just said non-human, not as important. But when you say non-human, very important.
Technology, which is an incredible thing to be written in legislation. If Congress is prepared to write that, it means it knows something.
See a pattern? It knows something. Knows?
It does. I can assure you it does.
It's important also to mention, though, even...
Look at that shit-eating grin. Looks like the mouse that ate the canary, or is it the cat? Well, somebody ate it. Anyway, he just got a whole bunch of good news for us, doesn't he? Nothing ever bad comes out of his mouth. Nothing. It's all positive. It really is. There's nothing ever bad. We got the legacy program. Tons of shit falling out of the sky. He knows people. He does. Who are they? Could be anybody. Oh, could be mom. It could be his dad. It could be his imagination. It could be a bullshit script that the government's giving him to read. Yes, that could be real. Maybe that's why he's not the guy who Australian TV thought he was. Got a bad reputation over there in Australia, don't you? Don't you, mate? Your knife ain't that big. That's a knife. What movie? What movie? That's right. Wow. Mick West, making his name in the world today, debunks things he's not. Well, before we get into Mick, I really do mean this when I talk about Rose Cuckhold. Very, very, very dangerous to our ufological world. And I mean that. And he reminds me of, let me just say it this way. He's very similar to Sieg Fuegel, that same type of personality. It's not very becoming. It's they're better than you attitude. They know everything but don't prove shit attitude. They know they can do it because Jeremy Corbell's doing it. Been doing it for years. Right? People who constantly post stuff that has been debunked time and time again, like Jaime Maussan. Right? How does he do it? Because he has 55 million Mexicans watching him every time he puts out a video, every time he's on TV. He's beloved and adored. And Jaime will go down in history as a hero in ufology because of that. And he is the exact opposite. But yet people are going to hail him. He's going to go down in ufological history as one of the best researchers ever, right? But there'll always be a little asterisk underneath. He has been known to be a part of hoax and or, right? There'll always be an asterisk, but Jaime doesn't care. Everybody gonna have an asterisk next to their name anyway. Nobody's hands are clean. I could tell you that. Eh? Who should we talk about? Everybody. Look at Jeremy Corbell. He lie. Always with the UFO. Always debunked. Same thing. Nothing different. So, what you gonna do about it, huh? You gonna try to take me down because I'm Jaime Maussan? Step in line, pendejo. I'm Jaime Maussan, the king of ufology in Mexico. My friend, you will never see another guy like me. You will never see a ufology like me. I am going to be number one ufology of all time. I'm Jaime Maussan. I'm the king of ufology. I am the king of ufology. Okay, I want to show you something. This is beautiful, right into the vein of what we were talking about. They walk amongst us. One of my favorite things to talk about. It's a hot button in ufology. Everybody's talking about it. Even Rose Cuckhold. Wait, hold on. This just in. Rich, what? Rose Cuckhold is an alien. Oh, that's right. We figured that out, didn't we? Didn't we? Yeah, I got screenshots to save. We're going to do a video about Rose Cuckhold being an alien. An alien intel. They walk right amongst us and they come from Australia. Well, of course, half of the weird animals come from Australia. Shit name, man. They got little things that jump on its back legs with big tails and freaking bunny ears, but yet they have a little tiny one in their pouch. They're popping its head out. Who writes this stuff? We've got eels that shock people and kill animals with electricity in the water. We've got octopus that can look like its environment. All you see is the eyeballs, right? Hey, is that a rock or is that a rock with eyeballs? You know what I mean? No, it's an octopus, Rish. Get away from the octopus. What? It's an octopus, sir. Scarface? I'm here too. Hey, brought me along. Hey, you gotta be quiet. Oh, you gotta be quiet. It's Jaime versus Scarface. Hey, you got something against me being Cuban? All I know is I can't do it. I've been doing Jaime for too long. All right. So they walk amongst us, my kitten caboodles. They walk amongst us. You wouldn't even know it. You want to know why? Because mannequins. I'm telling you, mannequins. That's the answer to it all. Man-equins. Are you with me? Take a look at this video. You are going to bricks when you see this. This is going to change. This 22 seconds will change your life forever. Forever. It changed mine. I am a new believer. Aliens definitely walk amongst us. Here's the evidence that, well, they could look like us. But forget what you hear. I can't have, because it has to do with COVID. But watch this. These were fake mannequins used in movies, and some people are saying to increase the numbers of, you know what, in 2020 with fake people in hospitals. Look how real that looks. Isn't that weird? They've got veins. Look, it looks like an old lady's arm. Ain't that a trip? Look at that. Scary, isn't it? They look so real. Yep, even the fingers. You can just bend them right in the poop chute. Look at that. I mean, that doesn't look... I mean, I've seen women who look worse than this that are 85 years old. That look worse. So this is real to me. Well, I don't know about eyeless ones, but you know what I mean? I mean, that's amazing. If you look over here, you can see the eyeball a little. But that's not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. Pretty scary. If they can put those on and wear them, imagine where they are now. Where they are now. Celebrities and UFOs. You like that? Celebrities and UFOs? You know what one of my favorite thing is? One of my favorite things to watch are the celebrity stories. The haunted stories from celebrities. Yeah, they had Vince Neil, you know, the lead singer of Motley Crue. They had Rowdy Roddy Piper. They had all sorts of the Hulk. Like the real one. No, not that one. The real Hulk, you know, the one that's green. Yeah. All right, check this out. Something is up with presidents and UFOs is the title of this video. It's 5 minutes. But we're not going to play the whole ding. Just a few seconds of this ding. Ding, ding, ding.
Something is up.
See? Some ding, ding, ding.
With presidents and UFOs. George W. Bush was so sketchy when he was asked about that. Bill Clinton said that there may well be aliens out there.
Okay. This is stupid already. I haven't watched this. But don't you think that's the dumbest way to start this? Of course they gotta be yeah, UFOs are real. I seen them. They're coming out in 2040. And then what do you expect? Of course they're not gonna just come out and say, God, I hate this. I hate it already. Bad journalism. Let's see where it goes.
Barack Obama said he couldn't explain some of the things that he's seen
He can't.
when it comes to unidentified flying objects. This is an Australian journalist who has a real interesting theory about why Donald Trump is scared to talk about UFOs.
He's scared they're going to kill him if.
Did you hear? Why this journalist has a theory. And what's the theory? To kill Trump. Why? Because it's that side of ufology. Don't you get the psychology of it all? Rose Cuckhold says they're out to get Trump. You're thinking, oh, he's going to die. I'm not going to vote for him. Cha-ching. You vote for the wrong guy. It's a mental... Well, that's how diabolical he is, man. This guy thinks outside the box. That's why he's Rose Cuckhold. This guy doesn't give a shit. He's got no shame in his game, and he doesn't care who knows. He'll say anything and any time and anywhere to get on top and stay there. That's Rose Cuckhold, the newest member of the Grifter Club.
He reveals what he knows. That's what I've been told.
That's what I've been told. That's who I heard it from. It's never a specific name. Who told you? Can't tell you. Where'd you hear it? Can't tell you. How'd you find out? I don't remember.
You have a situation where your potential president is terrified of speaking about the UAP issue because he's...
Fake. Lie. He wasn't scared. He just didn't want to talk about it, especially with you. He doesn't know you. You're Rose Cuckhold.
Scared they're going to knock him.
I want to know what's going on.
Stupid.
Would you ever open up Roswell and let us know what's really going on there?
So many people ask me that question. I won't talk to you about what I know about it, but it's very interesting. But Roswell's a very interesting place with a lot of people that would like to know what's going on.
So is that Australian journalist right? Because he is just waffling on this.
I think it holds water because...
Okay. I didn't hear any waffling at all. He was definitely pancaking, but he wasn't waffling. It's a different taste, but he wasn't waffling. He said, I'm not going to tell you, which means I can't tell you, but there's people who believe. That's all he said.
Because we know that this dude, Trump, never met a secret that he didn't want to spill.
We also know that when he doesn't know anything, he always says interesting over and over again.
First of all, how many secrets has Trump told everybody? I don't know of any. He just wants to tell the secrets. What secrets? What? China? Russia? Ukraine? They just say shit, right? Just say it because people will believe it. Hey, by the way, I really am a genius, right? I can see the future, right? Why not? From now on, I'm King Dick. I'm King Dick, the biggest dick in ufology. I don't care. I'll be that guy. Yeah, take that, clip it, let everybody know the big dick is here. Hey, you want to know the truth? You come here. You want to waffle? You stay with them. Stay with TMZ and those people. They're the waffle. Unbelievable. You know what we are? We're the crepes. We're creeps. We're creeps. Yeah. They waffle. We're creeps. All right, back to the show.
Also true.
Oh, they like that. They liked it too. All right.
And more importantly about that, though, the source, right? So Ross and I are good mates.
Ross is the guy that we just saw, the Australian journalist.
Ross Colehart. So Ross and I talk all the time, and when he says, I have people and sources that tell me this and that, I trust Ross. And
so the next question out of your mouth should be, why do you trust Rose Cuckhold? I've never heard Ben Hansen ever mention Rose Cuckhold once in his friendly life. I'm friends with Rose Cuckhold, although I've never once said anything or quoted him, but I'm friends with him.
Presidents all the way back to Eisenhower have been allegedly briefed on this sort of thing, and you can tell it when they're in these interviews that they're being, stopped at some point. I can't go any further.
If we were visited someday, I wouldn't be surprised. I just hope that it's not like Independence Day.
You're right. Every president since Eisenhower has been briefed on something.
Clinton didn't say anything out of the ordinary there. Nothing.
It may be that we don't know very much, and that might be the essence of the briefing, but that definitely within the community, national security community, there is a concern.
Why can't they take a stand? I mean, if they have some document that shows definitively there's no such thing, it's easy to say,
who cares about documents, dorko?
there's no such thing. They all waffle on this. Why?
Bush is very tongue-in-cheek. I think Bush is having fun with it.
Did you go through the secret files, the UFO documents? Because if I was president, that'd be the first thing I did.
You know, it's funny. My daughters asked the very same question.
They did?
Yeah.
Would you be allowed to tell your daughters what was in those files?
No.
You would not?
No.
Now that you're out of office, you can do anything you want, right?
True, yeah. But I'm not telling you.
You're not telling me.
I think that he thought it's a moment of being kind of charming and kind of tongue-in-cheek.
All of them are this way. And it's like everybody kind of wants to know this.
This is too binary.
All right, I already went over my allotment, but that's cute. Very cute. And we get it. We all know the presidents aren't going to be the ones. They're temporary. None of them get any information unless they have to have it. Unless there's something imminent happening and we don't know about it. How about the day? Never mind. All right, I'll say it. 9/11. Direct energy weapon. What building? What time? Go. Don't answer. You know. Building 2, 9:45. Give or take. Do you remember that when the building fell and that one piece, that spire or piece of metal just disintegrated? The cars that burned to the shell like you wouldn't believe. It shouldn't just happen from a regular fire. Building 7, come on. What are you kidding me? We can go on we'll do that in September. All right. Hold on. I think that's it. Hold on. Somebody said check your phone. Okay. Message? Oh, emails will be tomorrow. I'm sorry about that today. What just happened? Hey, SEK, I believe Connie H, that is $20 or $50? Hold on. Swedish 200. SEK 200 to USD. Oh, 20. Okay. 2020. Thank you. That is amazing. Connie H, everybody. And that right there is pure love. 200 Swedish dollars. Thank you. We'll round it up. It's $20. And that, my friends, is a beautiful support. A continuing supporter. The beautiful, the one, the only, Connie H. Connie! Hey, whoa. Do it again. No, it wasn't good enough. It's not like we practiced. Whoa, look at this. Holy mackerel. SEK 200 from Connie H. That's Swedish dollars. That equates to, we'll round it up. Wow, $20. Thank you very much. Thank you, Connie. Hey, I try to include everybody. Thank you. What a way to end it with the nice support. I appreciate that. All the way from Sweden? Holy, is it winter over there now? Well, thank you very much. That was very, very nice of you. Very considerate. Continuing supporter of GUFON. And thank you so much. Very cool. And we'll be back tomorrow. The show's already up, ready to go. And I think tomorrow's show will be better than today's. I don't know. I doubt it. I'm just messing with you guys. Come on. And that's it. All right. And what do? We do it every single. Truthology for ufology for you. Okay. Have a good night, everybody. And remember this. When you look up, you might see something and say, Alien Blast. Come on.